Hello, everyone, and welcome to Careerstalk. I'm Sunan Sharma, an Agile consultant based in Netherlands, and we have started a new series where we talk to professionals, container PSTs from around the world. And today we have Ravi Sandhu joining us from England, UK. Now, this session is special because we will not only discuss the roadmap to become a product owner and product manager, but also we are going to cover some important interview questions for product owners and product managers. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Career Talk, and you will find content definitely which is going to help you. So, without further delay, let's get started. Welcome, Ravi. Thank you for joining us today. Ravi, over to you.
Hey, hello, Sunan, and hello, Career Talks subscribers or audience. So my name is Ravi Sandhu. I live in Birmingham, UK, but originally from southern part of India. I'm a product consultant, product coach, as well as Sunan said, I'm a professional Scrum trainer with Scrum.org. So that's me in a nutshell. So let's go.
Okay. So this session is all about product. So let's start with what is a product, Ravi? It's very basic, but I think it's very important question for anyone that, okay, what is a product? And yeah, I mean, if you can also tell us about if there is different types of product, because there are many, I guess. So over to you, Ravi, please.
Okay, so let's take rather than a definition, we'll go first with an example, then the definition will come at the end automatically. So for example, we are using Zoom to do this podcast. It's a product. I see your headset. That's a product. And I'm using iMac and I got a mouse here. Like all these things are all products. So now to come to the definition, a product can be something physical, like a mouse or your headset, or it can be something virtual as well, like sometimes the Mac OS operating system underneath iMac, which we can't touch, we can't feel. So that's a product as well. And Zoom, where we are connecting, it's solving a problem for us. So where we can meet virtually. So products are basically anything that can be physical, virtual, or it can be a service as well. For example, I take a flight from Birmingham to Barcelona. So I'm paying for the service. So that's a product as well. I may pay for another service, extra legroom. That's a product as well. I hope that helps on that. I'm moving to the second big types of products now. So on a top level, there are two types of products. One is customer-facing products. The other is customer-enabling products. That's it. Everything falls under that. So coming to customer-facing products, for example, someone goes onto a retail grocery website, they buy their groceries, shopping basket, they make a payment, they're feeling it, they're driving it, they're going places, searching the items. That's customer-facing. Customer enabling now, the second type. It further has three types there. Customer enabling. One is data integration or data exchange. So where you all deal with data. So integrating data from one system to another system. For example, MuleSoft is a product which falls under that category. The other one is data storage products. Example, everyone would be knowing this, like Oracle stores data, it's a product. Data storage products. The other one which is booming recently, like many companies are working in this area where they're having their own types of like platform-based products. They're building their own platform so that they can make future products better in an effective way. So for example, a company might be having a platform where they have some common functionalities, like for example, auditing features, logging, security, where they can decrypt, check antivirus, and then encrypt back. All these are all like, platform-based capabilities. So that's what platform-based products. So I hope that helps.
Yes, thank you, Ravi. Ravi, I have a small follow-up question, if you allow. Uh,
Mm.
So normally when we, terms of companies, we divided them into service-based and product-based companies. So can you also throw some light that how this distinction is made? Because what you just said that, okay, whatever the services we are also using is a kind of product, right? So why this distinction that, okay, now let's say TCS, Infosys, these are product-based company, and let's say Microsoft. Yeah, I mean, we are using Microsoft product. So is it like that's why we categorize them? as a product-based companies and service-based companies, Ravi?
Yeah, so if you take like product-based companies, so also these are all tech-based companies, like for example, FANG or MANG, however people call Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. All these products are tech-based companies and they build their own products. For example, even Salesforce is a product. It's a product-based company. They have their own developers and people buy their Salesforce products. They build in-house. However, Salesforce may be recruiting some suppliers as well, consulting-based companies. For example, like you said, Infosys, TCS, or it can be Capgemini, Accenture. Whether they go and build the core product, mostly not. So they're given like some services within the Salesforce organization or some other organization. So they focus only on those services, but not the real product. And their Salesforce is paying, like for example, TCS, just for the services they're offering. They don't have the say in the product decisions. They build what is given at them, what is thrown at them. Most of the times, I'm not saying always. So that's why it's called service-based industry. And that's why I
Okay.
know your audience are more on the job interviews and all that. That's what I always say when I teach as well, especially to the India participants. The pay also is different. Like if you work in a service-based company, the pay is a bit low, whereas the pay is more on the product-based companies. But the good news is for India people as well, like a lot of startups, product-based companies are coming up in Pune and Bangalore. So there are opportunities to try in
Okay.
product-based firms as well.
Okay. Thank you, Ravi, for that. Okay. Let's move on. So let me just ask you, like, what is needed to get into this product management career? Like, what are the skills or qualification or background or certification or whatever? Like, if you want to share, like, according to you, what do you think about that?
Yeah, so yeah, it's the most popular question. A lot of people ask, like, how to get into product, how to get into product. Some people are lucky, they get straight away from out of the university and they have some, like, for example, Google Associate Product Manager course. So they take that, they get into product straight away. That's one way to get into product, but it's in terms of percentages, very less, very less. So most of the people I see, or I know at least, including me, we transition into product. For example, my own example, I started my career as a Java developer. So senior developer, architect, Java architect, done all those things. Then I came into product management career. So a lot of it, some people may come from testing background. Some people may come from delivery background. It can come from any direction. But what it takes to reach there, so one should have a product sense, the like for product, which means when I say product sense, it's about like building successful products most of the times. Most of the times. It's tough to build always. That's why I said most of the times. And what is product sense? The way you are interacting within the organization and outside the organization. So within the organization, with your team, how you deal on day to day with your developers and other internal stakeholders, setting the expectations, communicating with them, facing those challenges and overcoming them. And in the market, outside the organization now, understanding the market, understanding the opportunities, engaging the stakeholders, interviewing the users, then again, selling the product, pricing the product, all these comes under product sense. Will one person will be able to do this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Then what it takes to reach there? It takes many years. You work in different companies, in different types of roles. No product owner or a product manager role is same in two organizations. The way you operate is different. So basically making your hands dirty, speaking to people and empathizing with users, all these will come under product sense, and which makes a successful product management career for that. Also, you said like what else you can like trainings and all that stuff. Yes, training may help to an extent to quickly get onto product ladder, because the beauty with product people in the world is, and even Agile people as well. So this is the difference between developers and Agile and product community. Product and Agile people, they're okay to invest some money and time to upskill by learning from the people who are experts in that area. So they come to 2 days, quickly grab the knowledge, and they take on and build on it. With the developers, mostly, including me as well when I was a developer. So we think, yeah, what is there to learn? Like I have Google, now even ChatGPT, so I'll do self-learn. So nothing wrong. So different perceptions. So for product people, yeah, going into a class, any, so I'm not like selling anything here. So go there, see the trainer background. If they are aligned with your goals, go into the class, learn from the experience, and then go back and try in your organization and do that. Absolutely, that helps. And in terms of certification as well, at least I can speak for myself. So I haven't done certifications till 2018 in my life. So always like that is almost like 15 years of experience. I have never done a certification. But when I did my first like PSM certification, Professional Scrum Master certificate from Scrum.org, that was in 2018, I got a lot of confidence. My gaps were covered. So then I felt like, how to navigate through the things, like, when I'm stuck in something, what is the right approach? That gave me immense confidence. Then in 2020, when I went to my first training class in my life, first training class, then I felt like, hey, why can't I be a trainer? This is what I do in my organization. And that changed the world. So in 2020, I got that dream. 2021, I applied. In 2022, I became a trainer. So it's all about that. That's why for every individual, it is different. You need to know. Only you can answer for yourself. This is for the audience I'm saying. What is better? Don't believe, like, including me, what I say. So what suits you, go for it. That's my advice.
Okay, thank you, Ravi, for that. So, Ravi, nowadays everyone is talking about this AI, how the things are changing, across this chat GPT is coming. So, all these things, do you think it's going to be a threat to the product managers or product owners in future? Because a lot of the things are just been, written. I mean, the only language you should know nowadays is just English. You don't have to be, I mean, if you are good in prompt, then you will get your all the stuff. So what do you think, what's your view on that? If someone who is less looking towards the transition, or they want to become a product owner or product manager, and so what do you think about this, in accordance with this AI thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is also like, frequently asked question for me, and people are worried with AI or ChatGPT. A lot of concerns are there. But let me summarize first and we go into details. ChatGPT or Jira, let's say these are all like two tools. Yeah, they're tools, nothing but they're tools. If a person or individual becomes a slave to the tool, just like what the tool says, then those roles will go off. They will be replaced soon. Because if you say, oh, Jira is not allowing to do this, replaced very soon. Or if you say whatever is given, you're putting in ChatGPT and giving the answer, replaced straight away. Then who are the people that will survive? So your intellectual thinking, your using the tool as your slave. So you may use ChatGPT, nothing wrong. From that, what you are presenting in a better way. So take that as a first iteration, improvise it. So those are the jobs, that will be better. They will be retained. So to give an example, for example, this one, let's take a building. Let's take a building of call center people. There are 300 people in the building. So 300 people, at the moment, they all have jobs, taking calls and everything. Now we saw like, well, whatever website we log, we get a chat, like a prompt saying like, how can I help? We give some instructions, we get answers as well. So a lot of things are being done on the chat itself. So that is what the AI integration. And now the 300 people may have become 30 people, just 30 people. So whoever the team leads and all that gone. So 270 people gone. So only these 30 people are there in the organization because some individuals may say, still, I want to speak to a human. So to sort out, that's why they are. But who knows? In 2 years, some of them still may go. So it's improvising. So the bottom line is you need to have again that product sense. Absolutely. I keep on saying product sense. So I want to give another example. See, for example, whatever I see around, there are products. Or when I use any service, I'll give one example. So this way your viewers may understand like how the thinking like happens. I normally don't sit quiet. If I go in a taxi or I always talk with people. So I took a taxi to Birmingham Airport. So it's Uber taxi, Birmingham Airport. So I sat in the car and I started talking to the taxi driver, saying, "Hey, what made you to become a Uber taxi driver?" So he was driving the local taxi before rather than Uber, the local. He said, "Oh, Uber is so good. I don't need to do anything. It's a cashless. So I get money at the end of the week into my account. Brilliant." He said, okay, that's good. Then what is that you want to improve in Uber? I asked that as well. Wow. So then he was thinking like, no, just saying while driving the local taxi before, there is a huge red button called panic button at the steering wheel. If the passengers creates any trouble, he presses the red button, it goes to the police and his taxi office, then police will come to the rescue. So that was his likable feature in the local taxi. He wants that in the Uber. He wants in the Uber. So just I'm not doing anything there. I'm just traveling in a taxi. I got something from there. So how many will be thinking like this? So that's the difference as well. That's the difference. And one more thing there is, I went with the Uber into the airport. Normally, I used to take the local taxis and I used to give the change. So whatever is like 20 pound plus 3 pound, the change and all that stuff for the parking. This time, I did not pay anything. So Uber itself knows where I am is auto debited from my account. Wow, I thought it's super. I liked it. Then from there, actually, the taxi driver gave me an advice. You're traveling alone, less luggage. Why you're coming to the Birmingham airport? Go to the Birmingham Airport railway station, which is just like 2 minutes. There is a link train, which is free. So there you don't have this parking charge. Now it is £4. So you'll save that £4, he said. And it is anyway same distance wise and all that stuff. And price is also cheaper. I said that algorithm as well. Airport is one, train line is so technically I'm saving £6 there. So, wow, this is something else. See, now the Uber driver is part of the product journey as well. So I liked it, the way he advised. So I got a like big tick mark to Uber there. So this is also comes under product sense. The way you use the products, it will not be like with people. I use Mural always to teach. Another example here, I use Mural. When you create a mural from the template, I got like 110 areas. 110 areas is like a slides, let's say area slides. But when I first teach that, I need to go and hide each one so that I'm not exposing the material to the participants. So 110 times I need to click. Now I want a feature in Mural. So if I create, then like hide all, then I just click one. So that's a flip over feature is good. So even when using products, you find these improvements, that's what is a signal for you that you got some product sense. Absolutely empathy for users and all that comes handy, as I said in the before. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Ravi, for that great example, sharing your actual experience with all of us. Thank you. Okay, so let's move on to that interview preparation session a little bit. So,
Uh-huh.
how can one approach the product owner interviews? Like, if you have some specific areas, for example, stakeholder management or requirement or estimation or things like that, or it can be anything. So,
Mm.
how do you going to approach? Like, what do you think? Like, how a person should prep for these kind of interviews, especially when they are new?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, yes, again, yeah, all your subscribers are like a plenty of they come for the interviews. I also seen few videos, not now, before as well, randomly. I don't watch the full videos, but I just see like 2 to 3 questions, what's happening. So it's all about the interview questions. There's numerous interview questions for your subscribers. You're doing great job. It gives confidence for them. But my style is for, it may apply for everyone. So for me is less is more. So less is more. So I'll give a kind of framework. If that they follow that, it would be done, job done there. So whatever I'm answering, like when I train people or when I go myself in the interviews, I have these 3 points in my mind. So one is increase value in whatever we are doing. Increase value is the first point. Control risk, minimize waste. If we have those 3 points in mind and then we articulate our answers based on that, you are done. You are done. For example, let us say, while working in one of the healthcare organizations, It was COVID times. It was COVID times. So I was approached by some senior stakeholders saying, Ravi, I was like a platform manager and product manager there. So, Ravi, we want a fourth type of COVID test result that needs to go. So normally there are three types of COVID test results, right? Positive, negative, and void. So now they want to have a fourth type of test result. This is the first, like in UK, UK will be the first country if it is gone live, if it has gone live. So the fourth type of test result is basically on day one, a patient goes and takes a test. Day one, you go for a test. So if you look here, there is a baseline for positive. Let's say day one, you are 50% positive. You're positive, but 50%. Day two, you go again, and it becomes 60%, let's say. Then you are flawed, means positive limit at time of detection is increasing. So go and isolate. That's what they want to do. Day 150, second scenario. Day 150, day two, 40. It's reducing. So you can go and mix with people. So that's what they want to do. So at that time, Boris Johnson was the prime minister for UK. And I came there, like, saying like, this is what the three principles. That's what I'm tying back the things now. Increase value. Does it increase value? For me, I read and I came to know Boris Johnson is going to scrap all the isolation rules. No more isolation. Just let's mix. Yeah, this one is happened in Omicron time in UK, Jan 2022, I think. Yeah, December 2021, Jan 2022. That's the time. So over there, so what happened was like increase value. This is not adding value. So by doing this, it doesn't add value at all. So the control risk. So here, financial risk. We do that taxpayers' money. So let's not do it. Minimize waste. By not doing this, let's focus on something more. So that's what we want to focus, not this. See how I took all those 3 points in this example. So that's the way I will go and deal this situation, and this might help your users as well. Whatever they're working, they need to think in this way. That then they won't forget. But other way is like my tip for the people is everyone has their own examples, but the problem is some don't have that memory to memorize. So what my recommendation would be, the moment you hit a problem, let's say the problems are three types: people, product, process. It may fall on any of those categories. Let's say now one of the subscribers may be having like a argument with a developer, how a particular functionality need to be implemented. Let's say design pattern A, design pattern B. Both are right. All roads lead to Rome, but they're having a lot of argument. It's a people argument there. So how that was navigated. So it goes under people problem. So go put in Google what you have done or how things were sorted. It will stay there forever. So then that is a people related problem. Then process. So process related. Let's say, for example, I'll give another example as well, because a lot of your subscribers Scrum masters as well, I know. So I'll give a Scrum master example now. So while working in an organization, we were doing 3-week sprints, 3-week sprints. Suddenly the operations manager put a blanket rule. Obviously that's wrong from the Scrum concept. Someone can't dictate just like that outside. So this person has made a 2-week sprint as a blanket rule. Now I have to go and deal with this situation because things change. Like when you make 3 weeks to 2 weeks, things change. Developers are not happy. So I have to go and deal with the situation. And I strongly believe in this principle, which is from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is a great book. So must read. So seek first to understand, then to be understood. That's the principle there. So with that mindset, I went there and asked that person, hey, I have seen like we have changed from 3 weeks to 2 weeks. How does that help? I asked. Genuine inquiry. I don't start questions with why because people get defensive. So I go with what? How does that help? And this person has conveyed, oh, because we can release it now sooner at the end of 2 weeks. I got the principle behind it. That's where, oh, okay. So we all know we can release whenever we want. We don't need to wait till end of the sprint to release. So then I challenged, like, obviously to grab the attention. What did I do? How about if we release every week? Then the person, what? I thought you were struggling with 3 weeks and you will complain for 2 weeks. Now you're saying for 1 week. Okay, now let me explain, I said. So let me explain. So we were building APIs at that time, APIs, like, number of APIs, 2 APIs per sprint, like that. So I said, like, to make like non-technical people, right, I need to go in a different way. So imagine this is a parcel. So I give you, and you need to drop at your home and come. So what will you do? I asked this to that person. Oh, I'll drive it. I'll keep it there and I come back. Okay. Now I'll go and give you another parcel. What will you do? So I'll do a second trip, come back. Okay, you made 2 trips. Now, how about if I give these 2 things at a time? Oh, it's 1 trip. Okay, now let me explain. So we don't have automation tools yet. We are building it. So that's why in 3 weeks, we built 2 APIs. Whereas if it is a 2 week sprint, it's only one API. So it takes 4 weeks to build 2 APIs. So hence 3 week sprint. However, if something is urgent, we are ready to deliver in a week as well. So we'll step up and that solves the problem. So this is a process. So 3 weeks to 2 weeks, back to 3 weeks. And this is called process related problem. So we address people, process, and product can come that way. So the 4th type of test result, that is a product example there. I hope that helps. Plenty of examples there.
Absolutely, Ravi, and that's what I told you also. Please share a lot of example with us. So wonderful, Ravi, and I think we are good. We just, I think, just finished the things which are there for today's session. But we hope that we will have more sessions with you in future. And if you want to add anything, Ravi, before we close, please.
Yeah, so other things I can think of is for people like, so how to any career, like, whatever career
Mhm.
is a delivery or product program. So go into webinars. It's free. Like a lot of people are doing webinars. So
Absolutely.
this is what I have done in COVID times. Like 7 o'clock is my dinner time. At that time on LinkedIn, there's something called from product school. They invite someone like FANG companies. Anyway, I don't know who they are, but I'm eating my dinner. I just put for 30 minutes. I just used to listen like almost more than 300 people. I was just
Correct.
listening to them. What different ideas. That's one thing, free. Other one is like, absolutely this ycombinator.com. So go there on their website. Also, they are on the YouTube. See what products they are building. Every year they have 2 camps. So what type of products they're building? So the industry is moving in which direction? You'll be having, like, for example, Airbnb, Stripe. All these are like, products
True.
of Y Combinator. That's one thing. Also, I always advise this podcast. One is called Lenny's podcast. So Lenny's podcast, listen to various people like a leadership, product, growth series. It's free again. So you'll get a lot of ideas on that. So my thing is basically in your career as well, we'll finish with this like with a funny, funny here, like kind of a signature sign. So don't spray and pray. That means don't go in different directions and pray that you
Exactly.
should succeed. Focus on one thing, which is land and expand. So
Wonderful.
no spray and pray. It's all about land and expand. That's
Great. Wonderful, Ravi. Thanks for that wonderful closing statement. So, thank you for joining us today. And friends, we hope, and I know like you definitely going to find this session helpful with so many real life examples. So please don't forget to leave a comment and like this video, show your support, your feedback help us to create more valuable content for all of you. And if you're new here, please subscribe and become a part of our Careerstalk family. So see you in the next session and thank you, Ravi, one more time. Thank you,
thank
Ravi.
you all. Wish you great success.
Bye.